Good day once again, traders from all over the world. Welcome to our YouTube channel. Right, on this video, I'm going to explain how to look for valid or accurate entries, right? How to execute the market. Remember, this is a Redbillion software, meaning that it focuses on the support and resistance, okay? The next thing is, remember, we only take trades at the support and the resistance levels. If the market is inside the channel like this, we don't take this trade. Like the trade here, it's inside the channel, we don't take this kind of a trade. We only focus on the trades that are outside the channel, right? Now, you will find that on the Redbillion software, you will have two kinds of signals. You will have the arrow kind of a signal and this type of a signal. Now, the arrows, we don't normally focus on them or we don't normally take them, right? Reason is because arrows, they only represent the retest or the pullbacks, okay? As you can see here, even on this channel, inside the channel, there is so many arrows that are taking place, right? These arrows, they only represent the retest or the pullbacks. That is why we don't normally take the arrows, okay? Now, the third thing is this: when it comes to entries, only look for them at the resistance and the support. If you have a signal, this kind of a signal that is at the support level, it represents a buy signal. So if the market is at the support level and then you have a signal, then you can take this kind of a trade. If the market is at the resistance and then you have this kind of a signal here, not the arrow in this case, then it represents a sell signal, okay? Now, remember, when it comes to any software, you don't automatically enter because you have a signal, okay? There's two things that you must look into consideration before executing the market. Now, I'm going to give you a skill that I apply when I use this kind of a software, okay? Now, if you have a signal on 1 hour in this kind of situation or scenario, the market is at the support and then you have a buy signal, you automatically switch to a 4-hour time frame, okay? Now, if on 4-hour time frame you have the same signal of a buy at the support, simply means this is the kind of signal that we are going to trade. In simple terms, if you have a signal on 1-hour time frame, right, like this, make sure that you also have the same exact signal on 4-hour time frame, okay? But if in this scenario, if you have a signal on 1-hour time frame, sell signal like this, but you don't have the same signal on 4-hour time frame, we don't take this kind of a trade, right? You have a signal on 1 hour, this is the signal of a sell, but you don't have the same signal on 4 hour, then this kind of a trade, we don't take it, okay? Always, when there's a signal on 1 hour, make sure there's also the same signal on 4 hour. If you have a sell signal on 1 hour, make sure there's a sell signal on 4 hour. If you have a buy signal on 1 hour, make sure there's a buy signal on 4-hour time frame. Now, this is USD Swiss franc. Now, let's go to NASDAQ, okay? Let's look into NASDAQ. Now, this is the scenario. This is the resistance level, right? The market is at the resistance level. Yes, confirmed. And then you have a sell signal on 1 hour. What you do is you switch to 4-hour time frame to see if there is a same signal. And then on 4 hour, if there is a same signal of a sell, then we can take this kind of a trade, right? Again, this is NASDAQ. The market is at the resistance level. You have a sell signal, right? Make sure if you have a sell signal on 1 hour, switch to 4 hour at the same time and look if there is the same signal as 1 hour time frame. So if you also have a sell signal this side, we can take this kind of a trade, right? And then right now you have a buy signal here on 1 hour time frame, right? So in order for us to confirm this is 100% or accurate trade, we switch to 4 hour to see if we also have a buy signal. But unfortunately on 4 hour we don't have a buy signal. Simply means this kind of a trade we were not going to trade, right? No matter how good it is, even though it went for a buy. But remember, if it's not the same as the one on 4 hour, then we don't take that trade. Okay, now let's switch to US30. Let's switch to, remember, this software works on every pair of your choice, currencies and indices. Now this is US30, right? The market is at the resistance here. The market is at the resistance, and then you have a sell signal. Make sure that you also have a sell signal on 4 hour time frame. Now we had the same exact signal on 4 hour time frame. That is why the market went aggressively on a bearish movement. Okay, but if you only have a buy signal on 1 hour, right, but you don't have a buy signal on 4 hour, it simply means you are not going to take that kind of a trade, no matter how good it is. But the rule says always use 1 hour signal if there is also 4 hour signal. Okay, if you have a signal on 1 hour time frame, make sure that you have the same signal on 4 hour time frame, then you can take that trade. And also remember, on 1 hour we only look for trades that are at the resistance and the support level. If you have the resistance level, if you have a sell, then you just switch to 4 hour just to confirm if there is also the same signal on that side. If they are the same, then you can take that trade. All right, so I've just went to a currency pair, which is USD Swiss franc, and these two indices, which is NASDAQ and US30. And also the performance of the software is 90% accurate so far. Right, so make sure that you apply this, and yes, please do give out a comment of how this has been helpful to you. Right, remember, this is price action. On price action, only use higher time frames, so that is why we are mostly focusing on 1 hour and 4 hour. If you have a signal on 1 hour, make sure you have a signal on 4 hour. If you don't have a signal on 4 hour but you have a signal on 1 hour, don't take that kind of a trade, right? So the only disadvantage about this software is that it requires a lot of patience, because you will not always receive this kind of signals that you are looking for. Sometimes you might receive the arrows, then in that case simply means you're going to do what? You're going to wait. Okay, it requires a lot of patience and a lot of time to master this. Okay, so when it comes to entries, make sure that you have a signal on 1 hour and then a signal on 4 hour. And remember, again, the most important thing, don't take signals that are inside the channel. Only take signals that are at the resistance and the support level. And thank you very much for those who have been giving me the reviews of the performance on the previous videos. I really appreciate it. And also make sure once this information works for you, please do give out your experience. Thank you very much.